I'm going to show you 4 ways to join. 2 are traditional joinings, but 2 you won't find in any knitting guide. The most common method of joining 2 pieces together, like the front and back of a sweater, is called weaving. This is a traditional way to join, and it's nice and secure. It's a whole lot easier to watch me do it than to tell you how, so I have 2 squares of stockinette stitch here. First, start by putting the pieces you want to join side by side with the right side up and the edges side by side like this. What I've done is I've started a few stitches off for us. Let me show you starting on a new stitch. See here where the next stitch is here? We're going to fish around under here and we're going to find a little bar there. We just stitch right underneath there, pull our yarn needle right through until it comes all the way in. We'll leave them loose from now and then we'll pull them secure together after we've done a few stitches. So now I'm going across to the next stitch up from where this one went, across from the one I just did. Going to this bar here right behind the first stitch, right here. Here's the stitch, here's the little bar, and then I just pull it on through, hold my fabric down. I'm going to do one more over here so you can see. So here's my stitch, and here's the bar. Go right up underneath there, and we pull through. Now let's tighten it up so you can see how that just disappears. Hold your tail end that you leave hanging down there. It's completely invisible. You can't even see that green that I used. There you go. Here's the other side. You can't see it. Completely goes away. And it's a nice secure seam. And you can even stretch the seam a little bit just to make sure that it's not too tight. You go all the way up the side and you're all set. Now I'm going to show you a non-traditional method of joining that's really easy and cool. It's called the running stitch. We used it on this tassel hat to secure all 3 sides here of these 2 rectangles, and we also used it on the iPod case. It's the white stitches you see on all 3 sides here. It's really easy to do, and what you're going to do is take both your squares, and then I've pinned them together because that just keeps them from moving around, makes it much easier to do. And you're just going to take your needle and thread and your yarn. You're going to go through from the back, pull it through, again leaving a little end there that you can weave in later. And it's good to just do 1 stitch here, wrapping around at the end, and then even do it twice so that you really have it secure. So once you've gotten it secure, there we go. All you're going to do is right inside again this first stitch there, just run it all the way up, just going up and down, up from the back and then back down in the front like this. Your pins are holding it in place for you, so you know you've got your edges together. Just go all the way up, right inside that first stitch. And that's the running stitch. All you do is turn out the cuff when you finish the row of stitches and you're ready to go. That's it, really, really simple and really quick to do. Another common joining is called the whip stitch. We used it on this ear warmer. You can see we just joined the piece together to make it into a nice loop by stitching it together right here, and I'll show you how to do that. Again, we're going to start along that first stitch and we're just pulling our yarn through, again leaving a tail at the bottom. We're just going to whip around and make Some nice little diagonal stitches there. Just going one by one all the way up the seam. And again, I've pinned it together because that just helps keep them from scooting around. I'm using contrasting thread just so you can see the stitches, but when you're doing your project, you're going to want to use the same color yarn or thread so that it blends in really nicely. Now, here's a really non-traditional way of joining. I've basically done some squares and joined them together using safety pins. They don't move around, you've got them all secure on there. The fun thing too about the safety pins is you can just take all the squares out and put them together to make a scarf. Do whatever you want to do with them. It's really, really versatile and fun.